fucking back. God, you guys, I miss this. Thank you so much for the VOD reminder. Thank you so much for the bits. It's been 84 years. Thank you so much for subscribing last 6 fucking months. I can count that high. 6 goddamn months of me shoving a Zin in my gums on camera. Actually, I've switched. I don't Zin anymore, guys. I do velos now. I've changed. I'm a changed woman. This is growth. Growth is happening. Probably not in the right way, though. The only reason I switched is because they don't make Zins in 9 milligrams. Zins only go up to 6. Velos go up to 9, so, you know. But, happy fucking Pride Month to all the queer little people in my chat. Okay? Hello, queers, gays, allies, foes. Catch these hands. Time is an illusion. But, we're here to talk about it. I think this is going to be a fun little catch-up stream, okay? Because I haven't been here. I've been gone. I'm sorry. I did not mean to abandon you. I did warn you, though. I did warn you. New York was going to take up a lot of time. And then upon going to New York, I also went... Well, I went to Rochester, right? The plan was Rochester. Hello, Strataghosty! I'm so fucking back. So the plan was to go to Rochester. And then I went to Buffalo as well. So it was like a double header. Like, I was like, bam, bam. I didn't realize that it's like Rochester, Buffalo, and I think Albany are all kind of like there. I literally, you guys know how bad I am at geography. I deadass did not know that I was going to be that close to the Canadian border. I had no concept of where I was in the country, much less within New York. So when I saw Tim Hortons, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I like posted it on my story and I was like, guys, I have to try Tim Hortons. And everyone was like, bitch, you're basically in Canada. Of course there's Tim Hortons. Like, relax. And I'm like, you know? Yeah, I went out for milk, but I did come back. And that's the thing. Yeah, is anybody surprised by me not knowing where the fuck I was in the country? I don't think so. It was so funny. I made a couple jokes about that, like with my like friends who I was staying with, and they were just like, are you bad at geography? And I was like, yes. And I know a lot of people who know how bad I am at geography. There are a lot of people that know how bad I am at geography. All right, let's look at this. This is exciting for me. This is very exciting for me because I had no idea where the fuck I was. But basically, I'm going to guess, since this is Canada, damn, there's a Cornwall. There's one of those in the UK. In the UK, I'm going to guess. I don't know what county. I have no idea what county Rochester is in, but I would assume it's up here. Probably. For the most part. I don't fucking know. Why doesn't it tell me, like, where the towns are? And it's just giving me, like, parks and shit. Oh, wait, that's a town name. There's an Amsterdam, New York. Be fucking for real. Ithaca, Syracuse. There's a Rome. Girl, can we do anything original? Like, be so for real with me right now. Can we come up with any of our own names? America. I'm talking to you. Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie. I was in South Canada. Dude, I've heard good things about Ithaca. I have heard. Monroe, I'm in Monroe County. Is Rochester? Shit, where the fuck Monroe County at? Bitch, if you don't. This is like right on the border. I don't think I was that up there. Plattsburgh is where some of my friends' families live. I learned that. I don't know. It's one of these. I'm just not gonna keep clicking. Dude, we do just be naming, like, literally, I live in Lincoln, Nebraska. That's like the only, that's not even original. Because it's named after a president, okay? And then, like, every other town, like, we have a York, Nebraska. I wonder where we got that name. New York. And then, like, other names are just, like, either stolen from Native Americans or, like, there's a New Amsterdam? What? Excuse me? Oh, I know Syracuse. I've heard of Syracuse. I've heard of Saratoga Springs. Yeah. Dude, Poughkeepsie. Let me talk to y'all about Poughkeepsie. I don't know anything about Poughkeepsie, but New York was New Amsterdam? That's fascinating. I didn't fucking know that. But I didn't know Poughkeepsie existed until I found this band. If you know this band, Good for you. I don't think any of you are going to. I'm heat checking you guys. Yeah, this band has 548 monthly listeners. Also, some news about my life. I switched to Spotify. Cancel me. Crucify me. People got really mad at me for switching back to Spotify after using Apple Music for a few months. And that's fair. Honestly, I'm not here to push back on that. I do think that I am a bad leftist for using Spotify, but also, like, girl, when I tell you that, like, my music IQ just deteriorated from using Apple Music because it has no good algorithm. It wasn't recommending me any new music. I was listening to the same shit every fucking day. That will play in Poughkeepsie is like an old comic expression. I've never heard that. I'm going to start using that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know you. You're the comedian. Everybody, Gwen Rose Comedy speaking in the chat. They're very funny. They're a very, very, very funny comic, and I love her. So check her out if you want. She's on Instagram. She's hilarious. She's based in Chicago, so go see a show. Because I know I have Chicago chatters in here. I have chatters from Chicago. We talk about Chicago quite frequently. But dude, yeah, Apple sucks as a company too. Like, genuinely, at the end of the day, using Apple Music is probably just as bad as using Spotify. It's all BDS, and I know I should probably find some like indie streaming service. But like, girl, oh, it's just, I don't use Amazon. I don't have an Amazon subscription. But use your Prime to subscribe. If you have one, don't use your own money unless you want to. I always say that. If you have Prime, use it. But I'm like, I don't go to Starbucks. Haven't been to Starbucks in years. I don't shop at Target unless I like have to, you know, like I try my fucking best. Local Music Files is beautiful. I love that. If I had any, and Istanbul was Constantinople. Spitting facts. My chat is so smart. Chat is so smart. We're intellectuals around here. Intellectuals. Anyways, let me get to the point. So I switched to fucking Spotify. Dude, I do have vinyls, but get this. I do buy a lot of vinyl, and I listen to a lot of vinyl. My record player broke. My fucking record player broke. And I refuse to buy, I refuse to buy a new one until I move. Which I know I've been teasing for months, but I did apply for an apartment while I was gone, and I got approved, but I haven't gotten the lease back yet. So I don't know when I'm moving, but I will be moving soon. I'm still going to be in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's not that big of a deal. But once I move, I will be buying a new record player. So that's very exciting. Yeah, God forbid. I'm sorry I don't listen to only archival wax cylinders. I didn't have one approved. I just went and looked at a couple, and I qualified for all of them. So I was like, I'm not really worried about getting approved. But now I'm like, for sure approved. Like, for sure. But I just don't have the lease yet. So I'm like waiting. It's tentative. But yeah, dude, vinyl is expensive. That's the thing about vinyl is it's expensive. It's like they make it, capitalism makes it so that it's hard to divest. That is how capitalism works, and I'm fucking sick of it. Hello, Z-Phil! You're in a typhoon. Holy shit, I'm so sorry. But hello! Jesus Christ. That's fun. Shout out Japan. For real. But I'm back in Nebraska. Back and better than ever, and I'm going to finish my fucking story. So, it wasn't even a story. I'm just going to put you guys on. If anybody fucks with Midwest Emo, I know I have some Midwest Emo chatters. I don't know if they're here right now. But this band, Quinn Sakala, bitch. When I tell you, 548 monthly listeners. I've been listening to this band since college, and they have a song. Their biggest song is called In a Diner in Poughkeepsie. And that's how I learned about Poughkeepsie. Because I didn't know what the fuck that was. And I was like, I should probably look up what the fuck Poughkeepsie is. I used to say Poughkeepsie because I didn't know what the word was. Poughkeepsie didn't make it to Nebraska. We're very behind, which is something I learned while I was in New York. Guys, people make jokes all the time about Nebraska. They're like, yeah, the more you know. Oh my God, yes. Okay, Sensei, I'm not kidding. I sent a picture of your message to my boyfriend, which, by the way, guys, I have a boyfriend. So much has happened. I have a boyfriend. It's kind of crazy. Didn't expect this. Was not expecting this at all. Dude, the new Action Bronson album, go crazy. I fuck with Action Bronson heavy. I was in New York, baby. Of course I'm listening to Bronson. But Sensei, he sent me his hair care routine because I sent him that message, and I was like, you gotta share with the people. So So what my Pookie does with his hair is he uses Shea Moisture, Manuka honey, and yogurt hydrate and repair shampoo, and then Shea Moisture Jamaican black castor oil strengthen and restore conditioner. There you go. That's the shampoo conditioner. And then he uses Miel Rosemary Mint Blend Strengthening Leave-In Conditioner. A man with a hair care routine. Dude, like, Pookie lifts. Wait, no, deadass. Okay, I'm going to tell him. We are dubbing you Pookie lifts. This is too much fun. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, his hair smells great. And it's not expensive. I know you can buy. I've used some of the same products he does. You can just get them at Walmart. Yeah. No, right? Like a man, typically it's wash with soap, wait till dry. He takes care of his hair. That man has better hair than me and it pisses me off. He recently cut it. His hair used to be like longer than mine and now it's like this long. But that motherfucker has great hair. Anyways, Nebraska. People make jokes about Nebraska all the time. Like, Z-Phil, we gotta not do that. That is destroying your scalp. Holy shit. You need the oil in your scalp to help your hair grow, and dish soap literally kills oil. So, literally just buy Head and Shoulders. Anything would be better than that. Anyways, people make jokes all the time about how behind Nebraska is because it's like, you're from Nebraska? I've never even heard of Nebraska. I've never met anybody from Nebraska. Very good for the ducks, but those are ducks and oil spills, Pookie. Think about that for a second. And unless you're bathing in petroleum, which like, go ahead, that would be a great use for it, truthfully. If you were like, I'm going to take exactly, ducks have feathers. They have down and feathers. Very different. But I met so many people. Exactly. I met so many people that had never met someone from Nebraska. And I felt I literally felt like Dorothy. Like the whole time I was like, I'm not in Kansas anymore. Like freaking God bless Juliana. Bro is in the straight right now, just chilling in a barrel. That's okay. They need to know English too, I'm sure. Hell yeah. But Juliana, God bless their soul. I love them so much. Thank you so much, Juliana. My king. They would just check in with me like repeatedly, like when we were at events, and they would be like, so how are you feeling? And I'm like, I'm not in Kansas anymore. Like, bitch, I'm in the city. And I'm not even in the city. Like, here's the funny thing is Lincoln, Nebraska is bigger than Rochester, New York. Like population wise, I live in a bigger city, but it is so different. It's so different. People are not nice. Yeah, the Strait of Hormuz is the queer of Hormuz. It's the gay of Hormuz. Thank you. Get it right. But people are not as nice in New York. I literally had an interaction. So, bringing it back to Tim Hortons, I went to Tim Hortons because I wanted a coffee, and I get in there, and the barista's just like, it was so fun. The non-binary Hormuz. Dude, I'm from Kansas. Marcy Lore, I was born in Kansas City, Kansas, okay? The curve of Hormuz, the diagonal of Hormuz, the angle of Hormuz. What do you think about that? I'm born in Kansas City, Kansas. Straight up from Kansas, okay? I lived in Kansas till I was 3 years old, so I don't remember it, but it's on my birth certificate, all right? Yes, it was very different. So, like, I'm at Tim Hortons, and I go up to order, and I talked about this on my story, so I'm sorry to repeat myself, but I just think it's like the funniest thing in the world. This beautiful, amazing, phenomenal Tim Hortons employee is on the phone with someone, not like a work phone. I don't remember my birth. My bad. Sorry, I wasn't conscious yet. But they're on their iPhone. Like, I can assume they're chatting to like a friend or someone about someone who's in jail, and I'm like, hell yeah. Like, literally taking my order, yapping to someone, and I'm just like, bitch, you don't get paid enough. That's fucking right. Yeah, it's fucking right. Like, that would never happen in Nebraska. Never in a million years would someone in a customer service position in Nebraska, like, straight up be on their phone. And I was like, this is awesome. This is so sick. And I had to repeat my order like 3 times. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm living my best life right now. And I literally, like, I get up to the counter and they're like, so what do you want? And I was just like, oh, how are you? And that caught them off guard. That caught them entirely off guard because I asked them how they were. And I don't think anybody had ever done that before. I don't think anybody had ever asked them how they were doing. And they were just like, I'm good. I think I did drop a couple on walk-in-ears. I think I dropped a couple on walk-in-ears when I was like trying to navigate through the gay club because bitch, the gays were out and about. But I dead ass broke the dialogue tree. Like they were not expecting that. I threw them a curveball. I'm sorry. I apologize, barista. You were amazing. I'm sorry I asked you how your day was. I know you weren't prepped for that. It's probably a loaded question. No, truthfully, I'm a Midwest girly in the city and like they could not handle me. They were not prepared for me. They did not know how to react to my Midwest nice because I'm so used to being like, I was smiling at people and I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. Like I went on a walk and I don't really know what part of town Juliana lives in. I have no idea. I also don't want to dox them. So I'm not even going to bother trying to describe where they were. You were at your local gas station in Illinois and the worker was in a literal 3-way call. Bitch, me for real. Okay. Shout out Illinois. Shout out Illinois. That's beautiful. I love that. I've never had something like that happen in Nebraska, but hell yeah. More of this, please. Yeah. Deal with your custody battle on company time. Please do that. That's beautiful. More of this. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I literally, I went to go on a walk. Okay. Just around Juliana's neighborhood and their roommate literally is like, you're going to go on a walk? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, be careful. And I was like, should I be worried? Like, what do you mean be careful? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not, I was like, I'll be fine. No, I didn't, but I probably should have. I don't even think they have deer up there. I don't know what the local native wildlife in New York is. I really didn't even see that many squirrels. And I was like, damn, that's depressing. They had a lot of birds. They had pigeons. They did have pigeons. We have pigeons here, but just like not as many. Anyways, they were like, be careful. And I go on my walk and I know it was crazy. Deer have to be everywhere. They're so invasive. Love deer to death, but very invasive species. I definitely didn't see any though. Because I mean, I was in the thick of the city. I wasn't like on the outskirts of town. So would have been hard to see them. I would hope they're not in the city because that would be dangerous. Anyways, I'm going on my walk, minding my motherfucking business. Deer do only need like 4 trees. This is true. Upstate or the city? I was upstate. Oh, there's black bears? Ah, deer and foxes? Wait, there was a fox. I saw a fox. And I remember being like, oh my God, a fox. And no one else cared. No one else was even phased. The deer's got a Yankee hat on. The deer's smoking a Black and Mild. The deer's just like, hey, I'm walking here. Anyways, what did the fox say? Age-old question. It can never be answered. We've been asking this since the beginning of time. But I'm going on my walk, and there is a man walking towards me on my walk. A fox left a dead chicken head. Jesus Christ. That sounds like some voodoo shit. I would be freaked the fuck out too. The fox said Nixon for on God. On period. Anyways, there's a man while I'm on my walk. Broad daylight, so I'm not like worried, you know. I'm like, I'm fine. Also, when I go on walks, I do this at home too. I put my AirPods in and I keep them visible. And like normally if it's like night or if I'm in like a neighborhood where I'm like, maybe I should be more cautious, I don't play any music. I just have them in so that like, don't talk to me. Because also I don't want to be talked to when I'm on a walk. Dead ass. They call it broad daylight because women light up the world. Hey, Tone. They call them broads because women light up the world. You know? And this man, I need to describe his outfit, okay? He's got Yankee flat bill hat. Not really on his head. Like, it's like on top of his head. It's sitting like bat, okay? Like, but Yankee cap. Black t-shirt, a couple gold chains, okay? A fur vest. What kind of fur? I couldn't tell you, but it was like tan. Fur vest, very interesting fashion statement. I respect it. Big ass like baggy blue jeans, and I think they were like some Air Forces or Jordans or whatever. Yeah, a vest. I don't know. Don't know. It was kind of cold out. Maybe he was chilly and he needed his fur vest. I don't know. But I clock him and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep walking. But in the back of my head, I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna try and talk to me. So I just keep walking, minding my business, and sure as hell enough, this man's like, hey, sweetheart. Hey, girl. And he tries. He just keeps trying. Like, and I just walk right by him. AirPods on. I can't hear you. Don't even make eye contact. I have sunglasses on too. So it's like you can't tell where I'm looking. I love sunglasses because you straight up, I don't even see you. I'm not perceiving you, sir. And that was it. Luckily, very base level interaction. It was fine. But I was just like, yeah, I'm in New York, baby. I'm in New York. I think that was honestly the most like New York thing that happened. Besides, I was wearing a 100 Gex hoodie, which, you know, and it was bright pink. So maybe that was my fault. Was I wearing my 100 Gex hoodie? No. I was wearing my Contention hoodie, which is like a 2XL black hoodie that like is so long it covers my hands, and it has a rocket launcher on it, and it just says Contention, which is a statement. It's a statement, you know? This was Rochester, New York, baby. I'm upstate New York. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, all of my interactions with people were really positive. But to be fair, most of the environments I was in were very queer environments. Like I went to gay clubs and that was it. So everyone was super nice and super chill. That checks the fuck out for Rochester. Goddamn. Okay. And basically, I'm trying to think if I had any other funny interaction. Oh, I did have an interaction that I did not like. Okay, so it's the day I leave. It's Sunday. And I went to Planet Fitness. I just went to the closest one. I probably like should have looked at like where it was, because I don't think it was in like, the thing is, I don't know where the quote unquote good parts of town are. And I also hate, thank you so much, Seafill. Everybody sip on something. It is hydration time. TTT. I also hate the concept of like good and bad parts of town, because it's kind of like inherently classist and a little bit racist to call a part of town good or bad. But like, I don't need to get super like social justice warrior on you right now. But like, I definitely didn't look at the neighborhood where the Planet Fitness was, and I just went to it. I just like got in an Uber, went to the Planet Fitness, because I was like, I'm gonna get some steps in. I'm gonna stretch a little bit before I sit on a plane. And it was fine, minding my fucking business. And this guy, freaking, what about the good or bad subway? I don't know. I've never been on a subway. That's something I would like to try sometime. I would like to try a subway. I think I could handle it. As long as nobody's jacking off on it, I think I would be fine. And even if they were, I would beat the fuck out of them. And I think that's valid. Anyways, this guy somehow, I don't even know. I guess I forget, like when I have my hair up and I'm wearing like a t-shirt, you can see the like, I'm gonna see if you can see it. I don't know, this t-shirt's pretty tall, but like you can see, back, no! Oh my God, okay. You can see like part of my back tattoo, sort of. Like you can see like the rope on the back of my neck. And like, Rochester was left in the hole when Kodak packed up. Oh yeah, I was wondering about that, because I didn't realize that Kodak was like from Rochester, and there's still a really big Kodak like factory there. Kodak, bless me, Kodak a big deal, but they did, you know, it's kind of like if you've ever heard of Sidney, Nebraska. Sidney, Nebraska is where Cabela's was headquartered and started back in the day. Back when I was a child, when I was a jit, Sidney, Nebraska was a popping, thriving little economy on the west side of Nebraska. And then Bass Pro Shops bought Cabela's, And that town is desolate now. It is depressing. There are like so many like literal McMansions that are just like open and like abandoned and just for sale because like there's no economy there anymore because it totally depended on Cabela's. It's exactly what just happened in Lexington, Nebraska. There was a massive, oh my God, rest in peace, your Aunt Mary. Pour one out for Aunt Mary. Lexington, Nebraska is another like smaller town in Nebraska. It's like close to my hometown of Kearney. And is that true that Kodak knew about the atomic bomb before anyone else? I didn't remember. That wasn't in Oppenheimer. I didn't know about that. But there was a Tyson plant in Lexington that like employed literally like I think 50% of the town, maybe 30% of the town, and it just shut down. And now like that town it's bad. It's a bad time there. Yeah. Same thing with how the fuck? Okay, Schenectady, New York. General Electric wants employee. Holy shit, dude, fuck General Electric. Fuck General Electric. That is like, what's the name of the fucking motherfucker? Let's look his name up. That's like the king of modern day capitalism. That man's responsible for so much bad. He's like the first modern day evil billionaire. Right? Am I making this up? I'm pretty sure I'm right. General Electric CEO. Who's the famous one? Jack Welch. Yeah, that motherfucker. Piece of fucking shit. Yeah, the entire state of West Virginia has entered the chat, dead ass. One of my very good friends is from Virginia and Appalachia, and it's just like, it's literally so sad. Shout out capitalism and corporate America. Fuck the working class, am I right? Am I right, chat? Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? Tattoo, Planet Fitness. Okay, I'm at the Planet Fitness. Fully clothed, mind you. Neutron Jack. Yeah. Piece of shit. This man. Here's the problem with me. I'm so nice. Like, I know you guys see when I like yell at the nickname is fucking fire. I know you guys see when I clap back on at people in chat or on Instagram, but it's like, I'm so nice and I'm from Nebraska. So when someone talks to me in person, unless they hit me with some foul shit off rip, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because I hate confrontation that doesn't need to be there. Like, I really struggle with being a bitch for no reason, even though I feel like that's like I should be, you know? I've been working on this, okay? But this guy just like seemed really innocent and nice. And at first I thought he was gay. I'm going to be so dead ass with you. When people say shit like that, I pop off. Like when people come into this chat and they're like, can you pick, I pop off because it's like valid, you know, but if nobody's giving me a reason to pop off, then I don't want to pop off, you know. Atmosphere radioactive contamination destroyed their new camera film. Holy shit. That's so fascinating. I didn't know that. Damn. Fuck nuclear war. I'll stand on that. I'll stand on that. But basically, this man who seemed, I thought he was gay because he was talking to me like a gay man. So I'm like, okay, Devo Slay. He's like, I saw the back of your neck, your like tattoo. Like, that's so crazy. And like, I had my arms out and he's like, your work is so beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. He's like, did you get it done here? And I'm like, no. God, yeah, controversial take. Fuck nuclear war. Cancel me, computer. Fuck nuclear war. And I'm just like, no, like, I'm actually from Nebraska. Like, I'm just here in town. Like, I'm actually leaving today. Like, I've never been here before. And he's like, oh, I also, like, am new in town. Like, he had just moved there for work or something. And I was like, that's awesome. I'll see you later. And I go on with my day. And he then proceeds to, like, talk to me again. That's why there's a huge metal shipwreck salvage imagery in industry to get pre-atomic bomb metals to using Geiger. Wow. I didn't know this was a thing. Damn. The more you know, I learn something new every time I stream. You guys are you're so well informed. My chat is so well informed and so intelligent. And I love that about you. But basically, he then like talks to me again and like gives me recommendations on like places to eat because I somehow me being a vegetarian came up. He asked if I'd had a garbage plate because that's a big thing in Rochester. I forgore. I forgot about the garbage plate. Let me open this link really quick. I would like to learn. Okay, so low background steel. We're learning right now. Welcome to learning time. Low background steel, also known as pre-war steel, pre-atomic steel, or pre-nuclear steel, is any steel produced prior to the detonation of the first nuclear bombs, typically obtained. Wait, so are you telling me that steel is compromised inherently because of nuclear radiation? Like, is steel inherently compromised now? Like, is this... No, deadass. Every meal I eat is slop, so I mean... Yeah, they cut government funding, so now random women who have Instagram followings on Twitch are doing NPR. The water shields from the metal from radiation, but yes. Wait, so all steel is inherently radioactive? No, it's not radioactive, but it's got nuclear, like the atoms. The atoms are fucked up, right? Because that's what happens from nuclear explosions. The atoms get shifted. And now it's corrupted. Yeah. Yeah! Yeah! The atmosphere is radioactive. But of course. So the theory that breathing is what kills us could be true. There is background radioactive isotopes that are from nuclear testing. Yeah, wait, are we all going to be green at some point? That would be sick. The X-Men wasn't far off. Okay, interesting. So from 1856 until the mid-20th century, steel was produced in the Bessemer process. Oh boy, okay. Pig iron. Now, what the hell? Okay, pig iron is an intermediate good used by the iron industry in the production of steel. So you gotta heat it up. Okay, cool. So since the 20th century, many steelworks had switched to the BOS process, which uses pure oxygen. But oxygen is inherently radioactive because atmospheric gas, which now contains, present-day air carries radionuclides. So you're telling me that when we set off an atomic bomb, we permanently changed our atmosphere and we knew that was going to be a consequence and we did it anyways? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. America is cool. We're the best country ever. USA. That's insane. I didn't understand that concept until right now. And can I just say, I think that's fucked up. Hot take. Nuclear bomb, bad. No, genuinely, Mudman seems very intelligent. He could come up with a very good plan. Game, what's it called? Campaign. I don't think it's about it being weaker. It's just that it will always have that trace radioactivity. So for super sensitive stuff. Yeah. So for like, so I'm assuming that the salvaged steel that we're harvesting from shipwrecks is being used in like medical equipment or like rockets and shit like that. Cause that would make sense. Cause that would be like the most like delicate things, I think. Or maybe just to like make houses for billionaires. I could see a billionaire being like, I don't want any steel that's contaminated by radioactive chemicals in my home. So we're going to buy the super expensive. Like, I could see that. That would make sense. Oh my God. Wait, no, deadass. That's fucking crazy. Thank you for lurking. Hell yeah, shout out your brother. Shout out, bro. But yeah, wait till I have lead paint in my walls. That's why I'm so excited to move. I have lead paint in my walls. This building is over 100 years old, and I had to sign paperwork. A couple of the places I've lived have had lead paint, and I have to sign out the paperwork. Yeah, medical and radioactive. See, that makes sense. Okay, I'm smart. I can infer things. Look at me inferring. What the hell was I talking about? Dude, genuinely, sometimes I just be making out with my walls to practice. But actually, can we talk about something? Spitfire, thank you for bringing this up. Guys, I haven't been sick. Knock on fucking wood, okay? I haven't been sick. Shout out Tim Walls. Have not been sick. Yes, we're going to talk about back tattoo and weird guy after I proclaim that I haven't been sick in months. And that's actually another tangent that I would like to go on. So put a pin in that. We'll come back to that. I'm going to open this motherfucking link up real quick. List of nuclear weapons tests. Nuclear weapons testing is the act of experimentally and deliberately firing one or more nuclear devices in a controlled manner pursuant to a military, scientific, or technological goal. Woof. There have been 2,121 tests done since the 1st July in 1945. Wow. We be doing a lot of this. Israel is the only country suspected of having nuclear weapons, but not confirmed to have ever tested any. They're always lurking. Anyways, dude, the Etsy witches are gonna go crazy. Yeah, I'm not coughing. I'm fine. I've been good. Anyways, so back tattooing weird guy. He talks to me about like a couple different places to eat, and I'm like, okay, slay. And then like, sorry, that I love you. Mwah. Vila, it says hi. Deadass. Yeah, I keep hearing about the guy who sold nukes to Israel. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, it was so much bigger than they thought it would be that they said, now we're good to the plant their What are we doing with atomic bombs, bro? And nuclear? We need to chill. We need to fucking chill on that. But what do I know? I'm just a girl. And this weird guy, I think I ended up telling him, I told him, I made the mistake. All nuclear tests were actually trying to kill a big lizard. Gojira. I made the mistake of telling this man my name, which I didn't think would be a problem. Genuinely. Yeah, honestly, put me on the board. Sign me up. Sign me the fuck up. Yeah, so I told this guy my name. All I said was, my name is Marcy, so nice to meet you, thank you. I did say Gojira. Z-Phil would know a lot about that. He's in the homeland. And later that day, I'm at the airport in Rochester, waiting to board my flight to Chicago. And I check my Instagram DMs, which, like, I shouldn't do that. I really shouldn't do that because it's never anything good. And I just, like, checked, and there's this message from an account with no profile picture. And it is the longest message I've ever seen in my goddamn life. And basically it is this man who I met at the gym pouring his heart and soul out to me. I think I posted this on my story, and I am going to read this to you because it's actually fucking insane. Like, I am not kidding. It is fucking crazy. Like, it literally scared me. Like, I was like, block. I immediately blocked him. I did post this on my story. Yeah, let me find it because it was fucking... Okay. So, username is dbatson729. And he said, hi, Marcy. I couldn't resist. What? Excuse me, what? I had to seek you out. I searched Rochester Drag Show, and Roar was the first thing that popped up. I came to their Instagram page and figured I'd search their followers. You are one of 2 followers with the name Marcy. Oh my God. This is stalking. This is textbook stalking. Now I could just throw a million compliments at you, but I'm sure you get those all the time. So I'll try to keep this short. He's not wrong. But he didn't keep it short. So you lied. As I said before, you are absolutely stunning, and it was really nice meeting you today at the gym. Mind you, I thought this man was gay. Thought he was gay. Your smile is something that I cannot get out of my mind. And I don't know what the rest of this message says because I screenshotted it and blocked him, so it's blocked out by the word blocking, but something that I cannot get out of my mind and that I encountered in those brief moments was an enormous breath of fresh air. Anyway, I hope you have a safe flight back to Nebraska, and maybe we can chat some. If so, I'll try to convince you to let me take you out for a meal, or maybe at the very least a beverage of some sort the next time you make your way back to Rochester. Take care. Saying, maybe I can convince you to let me take you out? Brother, that's coercion. Brother, that already implies that you know I don't want to go out with you. Brother, you're admitting that you know what you're doing is creepy and weird, and you did it anyway. Maybe think. But yeah, so I blocked him immediately. Bitch. And thank God Instagram has the feature where, like, if you block an account, it blocks any other account that person makes, unless they, like, use a fake email address or something. But, like, I'm sorry, what the hell? Like, I get crazy messages and I get death threats and I get weird shit all the time, but that shook me to my motherfucking core. And now I'm like, if a man's gonna talk to me, I'm not giving him any fucking information about me at all. At all. You don't need to know anything about me, because if I just do something as simple as tell you my name and why I'm in town and you can find me, which, like, granted, I'm a public figure. So I understand that, like, people, like, just today I was at the gym and a girl was like, you're really cool, I follow you on Instagram. And that's a great interaction. That is such a good interaction. I love that. I love, especially because it's a woman. But like, even though I am on the internet, publicly online, I share my life, I just really think that I should be afforded not that. Like, that is so fucking weird. I love that. Thank you. I should go try and find those. My DMs are a scary place. They are such a scary place. And that is why I don't check them, because I get a message like that and I'm just like, it makes me want to just delete my Instagram. But then I'm like, no, bitch, we've worked so hard. We've worked so goddamn hard. And I love it. I love it. It's just, you know, double-edged sword. You know, life is always sort of great, sort of annoying. But what are you going to do? Dude. You saw that shit first thing in the morning. I'm sorry. My bad. Not a good way to start the morning. Makes you question your faith in mankind a little bit. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh my God, yes, dude, I made a reel where I am, TV should be too shy to say hi. You know what? That is so sweet. That is so sweet. The thing is, I wish I could, like, put out a PSA to, like, anyone who knows who the fuck I am and be like, you can always come say hi, but, like, don't linger. I do have, like, I have a crippling fear that, like, one day, I don't see this happening with a woman or a queer person, but I have a fear that some straight man is going to try and just, like, have a full-blown conversation with me, like, while I'm at the gym. Because that's what normally where I meet people that follow me is at the gym, which makes sense. And I'm going to be a bitch. Because it's like, brother, I got shit to do. I'm not here to lollygag. I'm not at the gym to hang out. And, like, I'm scared of that. But it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it won't happen. Who knows? Because I do have, like, there are some straight men that go to my gym that do talk to me quite frequently. And I have kind of been like, I make facial expressions where I'm like, I gotta go. And they're kind of taking the hint. So that's really nice. But yeah, I never want anyone to be, like, scared to say hi to me because I love it. Like, it makes my day when I meet someone who follows me, because I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. Thank you. Like, that is so crazy. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to be hit on by people that follow me on the internet randomly. It's a little bit of an uncomfortable situation. But anyways, labor reel. I made a reel where I said the most true words that have ever been spoken, but I was like, all forms of labor are selling your body, for lack of a better paraphrasing. I don't fucking know. And it is popping off. And that's been really nice. That's been really nice. It's been really cool. Dude, yeah, see, hey, Marcy, how are your knees doing? Great. That's a great opener, because I would be like, not good. Thank you for asking. How are yours? Yeah, my right knee. Y'all remember my left knee was fucked up? Now my right knee is fucked up. I've been running a lot again, so I think that's why, but, like, it's kind of annoying. It doesn't hurt when I run, though. So that's good. Just hurts when I, like, try and do, like a pigeon pose on my right side. It doesn't feel great, you know? But c'est la vie. Life goes on. Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about New York. Dude, pigeon poses, so goated. So goated. Nothing stretches your hips and your lower back better than a pigeon pose. Revolutionary thought. Wait, dead ass? Oh my God. Wait, no fucking way. I didn't see this. Let's look this up. Let's watch this fucking together. I fucking love them. Be so for real. Where's my search bar? Okay. Revolutionary. There she is. No fucking way that they fucking shouted me out. Was it in a reel? I want to see this. Why wasn't I notified? Why didn't they tell me? Because I love them so much. Oh, it was on their YouTube channel? I'm gonna message them right now. Hey, love. Dude, I can't type for shit. Hey, love. Someone... Dude, I need to get... Guys, I need to get the keyboard that's for nails. Because I've been rocking press-ons for like 5 weeks straight. And bitch, I cannot use my keyboard. I straight up cannot. Like, I'm literally typing like this. Because it's like sometimes when I have to get like a lot of work done, like a lot of the work I do uses WhatsApp. And I use it on my desktop. And bitch, I will break off my pointer fingernails and just go for it. Okay. Someone in my chat said that you shouted me out in a, wow, I can't type, in a YouTube video. And I just wanted to say thank you. Said, wow, 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 wow. Okay, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Keep up the good fucking work. I should have just done this on my goddamn phone. Ah! Heart. Period. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me know about that. That makes my heart so happy. Semi-off topic, but if you're ever in New York again, upstate at least, if you can just take a day trip. Oh my God. Wait, no, actually, let me tell you. Oh my God, thank you, Fossey. Let's see if we can find this. I need to get into my other, which YouTube account am I logged into? Switch. Okay. But the Adirondacks, we were going to go on a hike, but it started raining the day that I wanted to go, so we didn't get to go. But I will be going back to Rochester, so I'll make sure to do that. Okay, let me look up revolutionary thought. My queen. I'm going to subscribe. I'm not subscribed to them. My most controversial opinions. All right. Let me share this with you guys. All right. 3136. Baby. All right, let's just see if we can find it.
I remember you giving a
They're so bad.
Unionization of strippers, so I'd like to ask what's your stance on sex work and the many sectors in the industry as a socialist, and how, as someone who's pro-sex work, can communicate to my country's Communist Party youth that I'm in to be more open to having a more intersectional tone regarding it. So sex work is one of those things like abortions and drugs and whatever that whether you criminalize it or not, people are gonna do. And if it's criminalized, that
one day
going to be a lot less.
I will go to Japan, Phil. Swear to God.
Option is decriminalization because it just produces the best health.
They're spitting. No, they're spitting. They're spitting.
I recommend reading Juno Mack and Molly Smith.
Great book. Great book.
Analysis of sex work and the different criminalization models of it. It explains why.
Another great book that I'm like trying to read right now. If you want sex work book recommendations. What's the frickin' like? The sex industry is an endless source of prurient drama for the mainstream media. And then this is written by journalist Melissa Gira Grant and turns these pieties on their head, arguing for an overhaul in the way we think about sex work based on 10 years of writing and reporting on the sex trade and grounded in her experience as an organizer, advocate, and former sex worker. This book dismantles pervasive myths about sex work, criticizes both conditions within the sex industry and its criminalization, and argues that separating sex work from the legitimate economy only harms those who perform sexual labor. Shout out sex workers. Anyways, great.
Decrim is good, and also how
lock in.
Decrim is a global movement, even in the global south. Sex workers are pushing for decrim, so I feel like there's a lot of like these weird like Puritan hangouts about sex work, even though sex work.
That's fucking right.
As well as like going on a date with someone just so you can get a free dinner, like that's still sex.
That's sex work.
You're still doing the girlfriend experience because you want food, but like whether you think it's icky or not, it's a thing that people do. And it happens, and as Marxists, we are here to deal with reality as it is, and the evidence overwhelmingly.
Their shirt is so sick.
Is the way to go in this regard for improving health and safety outcomes. And anyone that tells you that it's the Marxist stance to be anti-sex work because Alexandra Kollontai wrote about prostitution and ways of fighting it. Okay, first of all, that was a speech. I don't think anyone who ever cites that has ever actually read it, and I have a lot of feelings about this. Because one of the things she says is that it makes no sense because a lot of the people that say this are pro-Nordic model, which workers do not
Fuck
support.
the Nordic model.
It's
Fuck
actually
the Nordic
so
model.
garbage
It
and
literally, like, yes,
which I don't think you want. I don't think
it
anyone
makes
wants
it
that.
dangerous as
Alexander
hell.
Kollontai, in that speech, literally said, should we criminalize clients? Well, no, because there's no difference. There's fundamentally no difference between a monogamous marriage and a prostitute. Just the monogamous woman
And Japan knows that very well.
a prostitute to one guy and is financially reliant on one guy, and it's only because of bourgeois morality that we consider her to be.
No such thing as a dumb question. Sex work doesn't have to be inherently sexual. It's just using your sex in your job. Yeah, I mean, even then, yeah, sex work is never inherently sexual. Fun fact. Hello, JD. We're doing theory. Welcome. So yeah, I don't think sex work is ever inherently sexual because, like, let's go purely off of personal experience. So, like, when I'm at work, a question I get asked quite frequently by, like, you know, kind of creepy older men is like, it is real theory hours. Is how do you not get turned on while you're doing this? And it's like, I'm working. This is my job. Like, I'm not coming here to experience sexual desires or intimacy in any way, shape, or form. I'm clocking in, doing what my job is. The same, me giving a lap dance is the same as putting the fries in the fucking bag. I'm not even sexualizing myself. I am being sexualized by other people. Therefore, I don't think it's inherently sexual at all. And I mean, like, even if you are having sex for money, it's work. It really isn't, like, I feel like I'm not a full service sex worker, so I can't speak on how full service sex workers feel about this, but I do feel like they don't really even view having sex with clients as having sex. That's just what it's called. But they're just doing their job. Like, I don't think that a sex worker is gonna, like, add a client to their body count. Because they didn't really have sex with them. They did their job and got paid. And if they go and hook up with someone in their own time, that's sexual. You know? It's like this weird, like, it's a concept that's very hard to understand because society has, like, painted things as so black and white. Like, there's modesty and there's not being modest, and, like, it's like everything is on a spectrum and everything can kind of be whatever the fuck you want it to be, you know? And, like, I view my job as an art form and also just, like, as an exchange of goods and services. Like, that's really all it is to me. And sometimes it doesn't really feel like an art form. Sometimes I'm fucking tired and I don't fucking bust my ass on stage and I don't even feel like I'm dancing very well. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just doing my fucking job. I'm just taking notes. I'm just washing something. Like, it's literally just work. And honestly, the term sex work is, like, inherently damaging because it implies that it has to be sexual, but it's truly not. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird concept, and like, the more time you spend learning about sex work and around sex workers, you kind of understand it more. It's really something that's, like, so hard to process, for lack of a better word, not to call you guys normies, but, like, genuinely, there is civilian life and sex worker life are so different, and it's a concept that I have to constantly explain. Like, okay, so I have a guys. Oh my god, couch. Thank you. 6-month streak. Fucking God bless. Appreciate you. Happy Pride Month. I have a boyfriend now. New life development, right? I have a boyfriend. And dating has always been very, very hard for me as a sex worker because a lot of people do not understand the concept of sex work not being sexual. And we had to have a lot of conversations about this. And I do want to just, like, flex for a second because, like, this is the most healthy way of going into a relationship I've ever gone into. We started talking in February. We met in February. We didn't start dating until last month. And over the time of us courting and seeing each other, we had so many conversations. It took me a while to get used to the hey, sex work isn't degrading mindset. And that's fine. I'm glad you came around. So many people still think it's degrading. So many people still have negative opinions about it. And the fact that you were able to come around to it is beautiful and proof that change is possible. And I love that. It makes me so happy. But basically in these conversations, I really had to, like, sit down with my partner and be like, hey, so, like, what about my job makes you uncomfortable? And I'm the one he was also initiating these conversations, but I was also initiating them because it's, like, my responsibility to, like, kind of be like, you got to tell me what the fuck it bothers you about this if anything bothers you about it. And at the end of the day, what we like kind of realized was me doing my job doesn't affect him in any way, shape, or form. His only gripe, which we have worked through and it's not a problem anymore, but the only thing that like made him uncomfortable because he'd never talked to a sex worker before was the fact that like other people are sexualizing me. And like for a normal monogamous person who has never been around the sex industry, that can make you uncomfortable. But then I had to explain like, I get sexualized no matter what I'm doing. I get sexualized when I'm fully clothed walking down the street. It happened to me in New York. It happens to me every time I leave the house. I cannot leave. I literally, not to be like, oh, my life is so hard, but I'm not kidding you. I cannot leave the house and like go run errands without somebody commenting on my appearance. And whether it's an inherently sexual comment or not, people are observing my body and they may or may not be sexualizing me. And when I worked civilian jobs, I was being sexualized so much more. Yeah, see above conversation about the gym in New York. Exactly. Like me doing something as simple as working out, not even doing, like literally, it's insane. Yeah. Straight cis white male brain trying to break it down using political science. So you're saying it is not about sex in the concept of work, but rather work in the concept of sex. Exactly. Exactly, Z-Phil, you fucking nailed that shit. You would hope people would be more comfortable with sex work since it's the world's oldest profession. Dude, I know. But even then, people, even back in the day, since it's existed since the beginning of time, had negative views about it. I mean, there have definitely been periods of time in our history where it was more normalized. I mean, you think about the Wild West. Bitch, there were brothels everywhere. And it was just like a thing. It was just a thing. But, you know, history repeats itself and we go back through this cycle of the Madonna whore complex constantly. And I think right now we're in the middle of a really bad, like, sex workers are whores era. But c'est la vie. We're working on it. We're trying our best. But precisely, like, it is not about sex in the concept of work, but rather work in the concept of sex. Dude, yeah, exactly. It's like, even if some of them are, I love horse. No, period. I love my horse. But yeah, exactly. It's like, even if I wasn't a sex worker, I'm still a public figure. Like, if I stopped doing OnlyFans and stopped stripping tomorrow, people would still treat me the same way. It doesn't matter because I'm a woman on the internet with a body. God forbid a woman have a body. If you have a body, and even if you don't have a body, even if you're a fucking fuck AI, but even if you're a fucking AI with a female voice, you will be sexualized. Because society. We live in a society. Anyways. Yeah, hopefully that answers your questions. If anybody has more questions or wants to talk theory more, bang my line. But Clint Eastwood told me the Wild West was amazing. Look, Clint Eastwood might have lied to you. I'm sorry. Just a little bit. But I want to keep watching this video because I want to see them mention my name. I want to see them talk about me.
Good and pure, and consider the prostitute who is financially reliant on many men to be bad and gross and filthy. So do not fall for that bourgeois morality and treat sex workers with respect and treat them like people because that's what they are. Actually, there's a few sex workers that make really great content on Instagram. I should probably put their info up. I will put their info on the screen. Go learn from them.
Wait, no, that's me, bitch! Bitch, that's me! Wait, I'll cry. No, I'll cry. This is so cool. Actually, this is so fucking cool. I'm taking a picture of this. Hold up. Wait, be so dead ass. Ah! Don't look at my For You page, guys. It's all brain rot and some Hassan. Wow, okay, I want to follow these people. Hold up. Everybody take a second, pull out your phone, and follow these other sex workers. I do follow Lucy already. Lucy's awesome. Do I follow Prosper? I don't follow Prosper, but I do now. Pomegranate. Dude, how do I not follow someone with that username? That's like my fucking stick. I love that. I wonder if they're shadow banned and that's why they're not coming up. Fuck, okay. Hopefully their account is still up. It's not coming up for me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're definitely shadow banned. So if you want to look up Pomegranate, you gotta look hard. And then Adri Rising. There they are. They have a private account, so maybe don't try and follow them unless maybe they're chill. and they want people to follow them. But I would imagine if you have a private account, you don't want people to follow you. Anyways, I'm not famous. Shut up. I just am being mentioned in circles I want to be mentioned in. And that's fucking so cool. Like, that is, like, it is so cool to be mentioned in a way that I want to be mentioned. Like, that makes me very fucking happy. Dude, that's straight up I love a crossover episode. I've had so many crossover episodes recently. It's been amazing. Dude, Japan's sex work industry is crazy. If you ever, like, want to talk about that, I'd love to learn about it, because I've watched a couple, like, mini documentaries about Japan's sex work industry. Japan has a lot of sex work. Like, sex work is, like, a massive part of the economy in Japan. Japan kind of a gooner nation. Just saying. Okay, you got the YouTube channel Slay. I still remember seeing someone with the username Quagon. Bro, hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, okay. Shout out Revolutionary Thought, you angel. I will be watching the rest of this video on my own time, so if you guys want to watch it, it is their most controversial opinions. It's a Q&A. Their channel is Revolutionary Thought on Instagram and on YouTube. So shout out Revolutionary Thought, my goat, my fucking goat. Yeah. Japan has a lot of problems. Japan has a lot of fucking problems. The water trade. Now, I have not heard this term before, so let me look this up, because I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't think I know what you're talking about. Let me see. Okay. I'm not using AI. I'm using Wikipedia. All right. So in Japanese culture, mizu shobai, literally the water trade, is work that does not provide a contractually fixed salary, but instead relies on the popularity of performer among their fans or clientele. Broadly includes yes. Okay. More ordinarily, it refers to those in businesses who work in. Yeah. This is why they have all of those, like, niche little bars, like the muscle mommy bars or the cat girl cafes, or like you can rent a boyfriend or a girlfriend or just a partner. You can rent someone in Japan. I mean, I know there's that, like, endearing movie that fucking, what's his face? The guy from The Mummy. Can't remember his name right now, but he's in it, and he, like, plays a white father. Brendan Fraser. You got there. Thank you, Maddie. Brendan Fraser plays, like, a white dad that gets rented by a Japanese family. And that's, like, a very PG, family-friendly version of this, but you can, like, literally rent a boyfriend. I don't know. All of my Hassan heads remember when Hassan and Austin, this would have been, I think, the first time that Hassan went to Japan. They rented Austin show a boyfriend, because you can just do that. Which is, like, I think that's kind of cool, but I'm sure that there's some shady elements to it, you know? But yeah. So shout out Revolutionary Thought. That's amazing. I have to pay. I have to pee so bad. I knew what you were saying, Maddie. Don't you dare worry. I have to pee. Dude, oh, that sucks. Just for the boyfriend experience. Yeah, just for the boyfriend experience. You can just rent a fucking boyfriend in Japan. So if you've ever wanted a boyfriend and you can't get one, get a flight to Japan. It's a little bit expensive, but, you know, might be worth it. All right, I'm going to go pee, and then I'll be back, and then we're going to wrap shit up, because I got to get going. But I just wanted to, like, pop in and talk to you guys. I love you guys. I missed you. Okay, I'll be back. Let me put on some tunes. Actually, I don't like leaving you guys in silence. So let me find you something fun to listen to. What have I been listening to recently? Do you guys want to listen to Screamo again? Or actually, wait, I'm going to put on Labyrinth's new album. Okay. All right. From now on, I will take requests. I'm sorry I was late to this one. We don't have time to listen to the whole thing. I'm sorry. And this is gonna get copyright struck. It's gonna get DMCA'd pretty quickly, but we can at least start. Yeah, hell yeah. We gonna fix this in post. This ain't gonna make it to YouTube, baby. Okay, I'm sorry, that's all we can do. But next time, we should do a listening party sometime. Maybe I need to look at what albums are coming out that I'm excited about. Anyways, chat. Oh my god, that's so exciting! Hey, respect Fossey, get some fucking sleep. Hope you have an amazing time with your family. Slay. Basically, chat. Ooh, YouTube link. I click the link.
Where federal land was used for nuclear bombs.
Oh!
Yeah, that's a pretty big hole you punched in Nevada, America.
It's the moon landing.
Not just the ones.
The moon landing.
Oh.
The moon landing.
Oh.
Damn.
When push comes to shove, America can shove. That's the most extreme example, but federal lands will often have their own separate federal law enforcement officers, like the Investigative Services Branch, a kind of FBI for national.
Okay. Fun fact. Tell them I said happy 30th birthday 22nd if they're hot. Period. That's crazy. Fun fact, guys, Pookie is from Vegas. Pookie from Nevada. So, yeah, it's a slightly educational stream. But yeah, if anybody wants to watch the rest of that video, please feel free to. It's not that long. It's only 8 minutes long. This was like a mostly educational stream, I feel like, for the most part, with like some personal anecdotes, which I do feel like I need to give more of. I would like to really I have to get going. So I'm like, okay, I have so much I want to talk to you guys about. I have so many things that I've been saving to talk specifically to chat about. We don't have time today, but the good thing is I will be streaming again on Friday for sure. And then I work Thursday, but I might stream after work. I don't know, because Pookie is going on. The land your state doesn't control CCP Gray. Pookie is going to Dallas for 4 days, so I'm going to be alone by myself with my thoughts, which means I'll probably be streaming. Anyways, I wanted to wrap up New York. So, guys, I went to New York all by my fucking self, okay? And God bless Juliana so much. That person literally made it so, stress-free and pain-free, and it was, so good. And I was so anxious about it the week leading up to it. I genuinely didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I did that shit. And it was honestly, I literally didn't get stressed out at all because Wellbutrin. I'm so serious. I was talking with Pookie the other day because I meet with my psychiatrist. I love oversharing on the internet. I meet with my psychiatrist in 6 days for my 1 month follow-up because I started taking Wellbutrin almost a month ago. And at 1 month, we're going to double the dose because I'm only on 150 milligrams right now, but a full dose is 300 milligrams. So Pookie was like, have you noticed any differences? Do you feel like it's working? And I was like, I don't know. I still get sad sometimes. And I still struggle with these things. And then I was like, wait, I went to New York. Bitch, I went to fucking New York. I have travel anxiety. I've talked about this so many times. I'm so scared of traveling. I'm so scared of change. I love being home. I'm a little bit of a homebody. I love routine. I love structure. Bitch, I went to New York by myself on a plane alone. And I didn't freak out even once. I didn't even cry once, which is crazy. I didn't cry at all. I was deliriously tired the first day and I was literally fine. I went to new gyms, hung out with new people. Thank you so much. Tried new foods. I didn't track. This is a win for the fitness influencer pipeline. I didn't track any of my food the entire time I was there. I had a garbage plate, a vegetarian garbage plate, and honestly, it was mid. I feel like I went to the wrong place. I DoorDashed it at 4 a.m. and it was the only place that sold garbage plates that was open, and it was mid. There was no sauce because they didn't have a vegan meat sauce. And next time I go, I need to find a vegan garbage plate because I want it to be saucy. It was dry as fuck, dude. It was so dry. But they had these rice lentil patties instead of beef patties that fucking hit. Oh my God, that was great. But yeah, and I was able to fucking perform. When I tell you, I sometimes self-sabotage so crazy. I didn't pole dance even once, practice at all for 2 weeks. 2 weeks before the performance. Because I was just too anxious. I would look at the pole and I would be like, no, I can't. Oh my God. But I literally killed it. I got off stage after my first set and Juliana was like, you fucking killed it. They fucking love you. I've never seen the crowd like this. And I was like, that was the worst. I didn't cry. We are our own worst critics. And thank you for noticing my personal growth. My personal growth is good. We have a lot to work on, but we're working on it. And I literally like get off stage and like I was being very hard on myself, but like not in like a super negative way. I just was like, thank you so much. I wish I had more footage. That is the biggest regret I have about the entire trip is I didn't film any of my performances. Other people did, and I just got like random clips here and there, but I don't have like a full recording of my first set. And I was on stage for like 25 minutes and I don't have any footage of that. I only have footage of my solo, which was the Slater song, and then a couple clips from like my second stage set. God, hey, you know what? There's going to be more. Here's the thing is my goal is to do this again at least a few more times before the year ends. I would love to make this a monthly thing, not going to Rochester every time, but like I would love to perform somewhere once a month and travel once a month. I feel like that would be really good for me. Like I'm only going to be this young once. So I feel like now's the time. So I'm really trying to find new places to do this. So fingers crossed I get some crazy opportunities. I'm going to just keep putting myself out there, trying to network, connect with people. And thank you so much. I was having so much fun. I was. But I literally almost freaked out after I got off stage because I was like, bro, I haven't pole danced in 2 weeks. And they were like, nobody can tell you fucking killed it. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then I slayed. I will admit my first set, looking at it from a critical standpoint, it was sloppy. And it wasn't my best work, but that's okay. I'm not going to be fucking perfect all the fucking time. And I need to just chill. People had a good time and that's all that matters. I entertained and they enjoyed it. And that is literally all that matters. And I had fun, which is huge. Another exciting announcement. This has nothing to do with New York, but it's something I've been working on. I have been doing like teaching workshops with Red Light Therapy. I think I've talked to you guys about them a couple times, but they're a virtual pole studio based out of Portland. They're amazing. Dude, I will look into Midwest, Mid-South venues because like I'm trying, I know this probably isn't close to you, but I'm thinking St. Louis. I'm working on St. Louis. I feel like I could find something like, honestly, I might look into like Louisville. I have some connections in Louisville. So we'll see, which is like closest. Yeah, shout out to Lou. Yeah, St. Louis and Louisville. Don't know how that happened. But with Red Light Therapy, I accepted a teaching position. So I won't just be doing like pop-up workshops anymore. Yeah, fuck the French. Come to Valley City, Illinois. Shit, if they got a club that wants me, you send me clubs. That's the thing is, strip clubs and gay bars don't have social media pages. Like some of them do, but a lot of them don't. And it's like, bitch, I need you to have an Instagram. I will check it out. Don't let me forget. But yeah, so now I am a teacher, an instructor. Not like it's full-time, but it's not full-time. Like I'm only teaching once every other week. Yeah, it's always super very bare bones and they don't check it. Or AI slop. Yeah. Shout out the Spearmint Rhino. But I'm going to be teaching on a bi-weekly basis, which is really exciting. Instagram do be real restrictive, and that could be part of it. But I also just think that a lot of these places are like, thank you so much. But I also just feel like a lot of these places don't realize that like social media marketing is like important because they have local following, so they don't really need it, you know, which is fine. Bi-weekly during Pride Month, bitch. That's fucking right. Yeah, they're going to be making the announcement on the 9th. So I'm telling you ahead of time. My bad, but I did fill out all the paperwork and I did tax forms, so it's official. But I start teaching on a bi-weekly basis on the 22nd, which is really fucking exciting. And I'm really enjoying that. So that's fucking sick. Also, I taught a class yesterday and it was great. It was great. Went off without a hitch. So yeah, I don't know. Things are just good. New York was so much fun. Thank you. And I don't know, man. I love drag. I didn't do drag. I feel like a lot of people were confused. They were like, why aren't you in drag? And I'm like, I'm not doing drag. I'm just dancing at a drag show. And I love drag. Support your local drag artists. I don't know if I'll ever do drag personally, but watching bitches do drag, oh girl. And I realized that like I do perform much like a drag queen or king because I'm constantly lip syncing whatever I'm dancing to. I'm dancing on beat. I'm dancing with character. Like I'm not just stripping. Not that stripping isn't those things. And not to say that this is better or worse than drag or stripping at all. But like I perform like a drag performer because that is how I learned how to perform, because I used to watch so much fucking Drag Race like as a teen. And it's just like when I first stepped on a stage to audition as a stripper, I was lip syncing and I was serving. And I was just like, shout out drag queens. That's what I'm channeling. So it's just like a very full circle, beautiful moment. And I don't know, I feel so fulfilled. Life is so beautiful. It's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But like at the end of the day, I'm in such a good place. Not geographically, I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska. But like, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm manifesting for all of you to have opportunities presented to you and to have joy in your lives, because like we all deserve W's upon W's. Wu-Tang is for the children. But yeah, I do have to get going. I'm sorry this was such a short stream. I have so much more to yap to you guys about. I went and saw, if you were in the Discord, I went and saw I Love Boosters, the new Boots Riley movie. If you needed a movie recommendation, go watch I Love Boosters. It was so much fun. You should definitely go, Couch. Where is it at? Because when I worked at the other side in Kearney, we used to have drag shows, and they were so much fun. So definitely fucking go. Dude, I know, they literally like, it's at the Coop? That's crazy. The Coop is such a conservative place. That's amazing. You definitely have to go check it out. Let us know how it goes. Support local drag artists, support your local strippers. And if you can find a way to watch the new Boots Riley movie, do it. If not, I get it. There you go. That's so fair. Dude, that's the thing about indie movie theaters, is it's so hard to go to them sometimes. And I'm so lucky that like my like big movie theater had it. Dude, someone named Trump 2028, fuck Democrats, followed me. That's really funny. That's so funny. Shout out Trump 2028, fuck Democrats. Thank you so much for being here, lurker. Japanese Pride Month is so corporate. That makes sense. But at least they have pride. That's like a new thing, right? Japan was very like homophobic for a long time, so small victory. But yeah, I genuinely think my theater also only had it for a week, and I saw it on a Sunday, and there was only one show time. And I was like, fuck. But I made it. So maybe wait till it comes out onto streaming, Still counts. And if you can't watch it, watch Sorry to Bother You. If you haven't seen Sorry to Bother You yet, oh my God. That's like a movie I always recommend to people when they're like, what's a movie you really like? I'm like, Sorry to Bother You. Great film. But yeah. Yeah. Most Asian countries are pretty homophobic. Yeah, it's illegal to be gay in quite a few Asian countries still. But Japan decriminalized it at least, right? Or am I making that up? Or is it still illegal? Is gay marriage legal in Japan? I feel like it has to be. I also could just Google this. I also am lollygagging. I love to lollygag. My bad. Is gay marriage legal in Japan? It is legal? Okay, slay. That's, yeah. It's a small win. One small step for gays. But anyways, I will be back. I will update you guys when I will be live again. If you're not in the Discord, be in the Discord. That is where I post my updates. But, oh, it's illegal? Oh! What? Bro. They gotta fix that. We gotta work on that. Japan. I'm not going to Japan until gay marriage is legal. And you can quote me on that. I also have no desire to be on a plane for that long. But I'm going to use this as my reasoning. Dude, that's crazy that, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, everywhere has a gay scene if it's illegal. Like, it's just a thing. But it's just, like, that fucking sucks. Yeah, shout out Thailand. Dead ass. I'll fucking rock with Thailand. Yeah. Dude, yeah, their population's tanking already. Japan's population's been tanking. But okay, I need to shut the fuck up. I love you guys. I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me yap. I will have so much more to yap about next time. But thank you. Also, all of you take care of yourselves, and happy Pride Month. Happy Pride!